There was a message.
Okay.
Oh, good?
Yeah. Yeah.
Super nice. So, how is life? Everything okay?
I hope so.
Now, of course, it doesn't feel like okay, right? When you're live. Yeah. Wow. I'm just checking our live stream. We even have subtitles. Whatever we say, it appears as subtitles on the screen.
Subtitles?
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
But I can't see it. I can't see it.
Don't worry. It is recorded anyways. You will watch it later. You know,
how many participants do you expect?
We will see. No idea.
Okay.
Yeah. During the COVID times, you know, when we had the lockdown, we did this Freedive Friday pretty regularly. But I think it has been some time. It's been a while since we did one lately. So maybe it is the first one for the last 4 months, 5 months.
I see.
It's my memory. Maybe longer. Yeah.
And in the past, how many participants?
It depends on who is the guest, who is the presenter. I am the ugly one. Yeah, I scare people. So. But live, it's something because we save this interview on the pages, so our audience keep watching it.
I see.
So the numbers will keep up. We will reach to a bigger audience.
But who is watching it? It's SSI.
No, everyone. Everyone on Facebook who is following the SSI page, SSI International page, is our audience now.
Okay.
So if they would like to, we are more than happy to talk and try to give them some good time. Yeah. That's the thing. Yeah. Beauty of internet.
Yeah.
Yeah. How is the season, by the way? Now Poland is getting warmer.
It is still not that warm. It is sunny, quite sunny today and in the previous days, but it is still not very hot, I would say.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how many degrees, but it is not. It is. I would say that it is not that warm as it used to be in the previous years.
I see. It's good though. I'm here in Bodrum in Turkey. We have 24, 25, nice weather. Today a bit cloudy, but usually it feels like you can swim. But when you jump in the water, it becomes obvious you cannot swim. It's too cold. Still, the sea is cold.
Yeah, I guess. And you know, in Deepspot, we have quite warm waters.
Of course, I will ask you that. Yeah. All right then. So if you want, we can start slowly. So let me introduce myself first for our audience who haven't seen this Freedive Fridays before. My name is Memo, and I work in SSI as an international training director for freediving. So I work to develop freediving all around the world, to develop new materials. And of course, today I'm going to be your host. Our guest is Tomasz Nitka from Deepspot in Poland, which is the deepest pool in Europe. And welcome, Tomasz. Nitas.
Oh.
Sorry, yeah.
You can call me Tomasz or Nitas, whatever you like.
Yes, so I prefer to call him Nitas, so don't get confused, please. So yeah,
it's
a pleasure to have you here.
It's nice to talk to you.
Thank you so much. By the way, these conversations become much more entertaining when we see your questions. If you happen to have a question, please feel free to drop it in our chat box. I will be following them and forwarding your question to Nitas. So everything you are curious about Deepspot, we will try to answer that. So Nitas, let's learn a little bit about you because you are quite a famous freediving personality in Poland, and I know you took a very important critical role when Deepspot was opening its freediving department. So can we learn a little bit about you? When did you start freediving? When did you start to teach freediving? What was your story?
You know, I started freediving very late, as I was almost 40, but it was still more than 20 years ago. And I became a freediving instructor in 2008, so it makes 14 years of teaching. But actually, I did start a little bit earlier, as in those days there was no freediving instructors in Poland. So me and some of my friends started to teach other persons how to freedive. And of course it was very unprofessional, I guess. Maybe not that much actually, but not that
times change, you know.
Yeah. But anyway, that is when I started teaching, and I was teaching by myself for all these years. And in the end of 2018, I joined the Deepspot team.
Super.
And it was before it was something like a year before opening of Deepspot. So I was involved in some in creating some facilities in Deepspot, like distribution of buoys and ropes in the pool and things like that. And of course, in getting instructors to Deepspot, creating products and things like that.
So you are the guy who set the freediving side of Deepspot, how the setup should be constructed, what kind of lines you need, what are the depths, so everything.
Actually, no, not all of this, as Deepspot was, planned before I joined. Before I joined the team, the general construction was already not ready, but it was planned. And I suggested some small changes, but only small changes could be done at this stage.
Like making the tank 5 meters deeper, right? For divers.
It would be great, you know.
Just five. It's small.
You know, when I first time was taken to Deepspot, and then the shaft, the tube was only 5 meters deep, so the deepest part of the pool was 25 meters from the surface. And of course, no water at that time. And our president of our company asked me, "Tell me, Nitas, what if we don't manage to go any deeper? Would it be okay?" You know, it's better than nothing, but we are hoping for 45, at least 45.
Correct.
Eventually, we've got 45 meters, even more than 45 meters.
Yeah. What is the exact depth of the 45 points?
45.45. And it was measured by some guys from Guinness. And that is how it was put into Guinness Book. And in that time, it was the deepest pool in the world.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, actually. But just to let you know, guys, if you don't change the settings on your computer, change the water salinity from salt water to fresh water, it measures differently. So it's not Deepspot's fault, it's your fault. So I tested it.
Yeah,
You have to change the salinity in the computer, then it works.
yeah,
Exactly
that is
45.4. Yeah.
yeah, that is right. That is
Yeah,
right. It's fresh water.
exactly. So did you have any challenges, when you were setting up the freediving in Deepspot? Like finding stuff or technical problems, like, because it is not the way we are opening up a dive center in the ocean. So it's not like everyone knows everywhere, everyone knows that kind of environment.
Yeah, to be honest, I have never been opening a dive center in the ocean.
You did
Uh,
a perfect job then,
but
yes.
I did dive, of course, many times
Mm,
in sea and in lakes. I know how it looks like. Yeah, I would say that technical problems was. I would say that we didn't have many of them. I would say that the main concern, the main problem in Poland regarding freediving is that we do have very few freedivers in Poland. This is
mm,
because of the climate. It is not like in Spain, France, Turkey, or Greece, or Italy. We have, very long winter, and autumn is not very nice as well. And our waters are cold, and even in summer, we have about 20 degrees at the surface, but under the thermocline, which is something like 8-10 meters below the surface, we've got 4 degrees. So it is really, really cold. So that is why freediving was never very popular in Poland. Yeah.
but
Uh,
Poland develops some of the best free divers in the world these days.
yeah,
Mateusz Malina, like these conditions temper tough free divers. I can say you that.
yeah, but the thing is that those great guys like maybe Mateusz is diving deep, not only in the pool, but
Yes,
girls like Magda Solich,
yes.
like Julia Kozerska, they are diving in the pool only. Yes. And Agnieszka Kalska, who is also very strong, she did her records in the pool, but not in deep diving. Yeah.
Mm,
So this facility, I mean, Deepspot, was really, it's really cool that we've got it, as it helps to develop freediving in Poland, and not only in Poland, as more and more freedivers from abroad is coming to Deepspot.
yeah.
And in the very beginning, because of COVID, yeah, actually almost nobody from abroad was coming to Deepspot.
Yeah, of course,
Only,
they were not able to come. It was,
yeah, but
yeah.
Czech guys, the guys from Czech Republic, were going by cars,
Yeah.
and they did come to Deepspot quite often.
Hmm.
But only these guys from Czech Republic.
Yeah.
And now it is much better, but we still have not enough free divers in Poland, so we are creating them every week.
Of course. So it becomes, the family becomes bigger slowly. That is the thing, right?
Yes, that is
So,
right.
of course, Deepspot is super famous by the deep part of the facility. There is a tank going down to 45.4 meters, and it is amazing. But it is,
45.45.
well, yeah. So to be more precise,
Yeah.
but to tell you the truth, first time I was there, deep part was beautiful, but the whole facility fascinated me because of the different kind of diving environments it has. There is a shallow part which you can train proper dynamic with lanes. There
Yes, that
is
is right.
a step which you can practice shallow water skills or entry-level skills. There are some caves, there is a wreck. Tell us a little bit about the other things Deepspot can offer?
Okay, so as you said, there is a shallow part, 1.5 meters for dynamic as well as for static, and we also have another place for static in case there are scuba divers in this shallow part, and we can do
those scuba divers, right?
Scuba divers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got an area of 12 meters with 2 buoys. And then and this part, this shallow part, is on the one side of tunnel. There is a tunnel at something like 5 meters deep, and you can go into the tunnel and watch free divers and scuba divers. Yeah. So on the one side of this tunnel is a shallow part. Yeah, 1.5 meter, 3 meters, 6 meters, and 12 meters. And on the other side is a deep part, and we have a big 20 meters area with 4 buoys and with a wreck on the bottom. And we have a little bit shallower part with 3 buoys that is 17 meters deep. And then we've got the tube, which is 7 meters in diameter, and there are four ropes in it. You can adjust the depth exactly for the desired depth. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So not deeper, unfortunately, not deeper than 45.
What is the water temperature?
The water temperature is about 32 degrees.
So basically, you don't need a wetsuit when you're diving.
You don't need wetsuit, and actually wetsuits are not allowed. This is because of we care about the quality of water and to avoid pollution. So wetsuits are not allowed, they're not necessary, but there is an exception for freediving instructors who are running courses on other training. They are allowed to use their own wetsuit just to give more buoyancy because of safety reasons. And on the other hand, there are some agencies which require wetsuit. I mean, wetsuit has to be worn by their instructors. So it is allowed for them. They should disinfect it before entering the water, but they can use.
Yeah. So what about the capacity of the pool? Like how many free divers at a time can be present in a single session?
Actually, the maximum capacity is 30 persons, and it's quite a lot. It's quite a lot, I would say.
I mean, I have been there twice, as you know. Although it is, 30 may sound a lot, and of course, pool looks pretty crowded, but it is not hectic at any given time, in my opinion. Last time we were there, I was with a Korean colleague of mine, and he said the deep tank in Korea usually has twice the number of buoys in the deep side. So you have how many lines? 4 lines, and he says there is 8 lines in the same diameter tunnel. So Deepspot is based on keeping the freedivers happy and comfortable.
8 ropes in the same diameter?
Yes, 8 ropes.
I can't imagine that.
So you dive like that. Yeah. But it is, I can say it's super comfortable to dive in the tank in Deepspot. That's a fact. That's a given. What about the safety, Nitas? Like, what are your protocols for safe freediving? Do you offer safety freedivers for the ones who come without a buddy?
Yeah, sure. Actually, we offer instructors. So if you have nobody, you can order an instructor, and then you will be diving with an instructor.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, it costs a little bit more than just the entry ticket.
Yeah, it's of course it's normal. And use of the lanyards in the deep part, is it mandatory?
Yeah, it is mandatory to use lanyards in the tube. So with these 4 ropes in the tube, but not only in the tube. We also require lanyards in the nearby of the tube. There are 4 buoys which are close to the edge of the pool of the tube, and these buoys are red. And on red buoys, you have to use lanyards. So even though they are not, deep, it is 20 meters and 17 meters, but, the idea is that in case someone blacks out at the bottom, and it is close to the tube, if this person will, somehow sink into the tube without a lanyard, then we would have a big problem.
Of course.
Actually, we have some protocol, as in that case, very unlikely case, one of our instructor will go with underwater scooter.
Yeah, I saw that. It is always by the side of the pool. Ready to use. Yeah.
But actually, we would rather avoid this situation.
Of course. Like no accident is the best policy. So if someone would like to, let's say, start freediving in Deepspot or continue his...
Maybe let me put something more in case of regarding safety, and of course, in case someone blacks out at the bottom of the tube, which is very unlikely, but we cannot exclude it. In that case, the rope will be pulled up to the surface.
Yeah, there is this special pulley systems, guys, on top of the shaft, and it is pretty easy to pull up someone. So my question was, someone is visiting Poland, Warsaw, and they heard this great facility and they would like to try freediving or start freediving. So can you, I know you offer special programs specific to Deepspot, and also continuing education, starting beginner level programs. What else, or what can you offer in general? Can you just list them?
So let me start with a person who has never been to Deepspot and who would like to go to Deepspot and to check what is possible to do. If it is a person who has never been freediving, I would definitely suggest to take part in Try Freediving program. As it is a short 2 hours program, and you can learn some basics about freediving. And what was even more important, you can also check if not only you are happy with freediving, but also if you are capable of, at this stage, to, for example, take part in level 1 course, as quite a lot of persons have problems with equalizing head first. And if such a person goes directly to level 1 course, it usually they have problems. So we can diagnose it during Try Freediving course. Try Freediving, it's not a course, of course, during Try Freediving program. And if that is the case, then we suggest to take part in and service, we call it Next Freedive, and this is product of Deepspot. It is not SSI product. And this is for these persons, and during 1 or 2 diving sessions, usually we can solve this problem and these problems, and then this person could easily enroll to level 1 course.
Yeah, super nice. By the way, I don't know if our audience knows that Nitas has a book about equalization. So if you are struggling with equalization related problems, he will probably be your guy at Deepspot to solve all of the issues you're struggling with. He's the right name for it. Yeah.
Thank you for mentioning.
It's super nice. And also for the ones who don't know that, Deepspot is an SSI freediving instructor training center, and they are qualified to teach, if I'm not mistaken, now all of the freediving programs, right?
Yeah, that
Or
is right.
almost all.
We can teach all recreational programs. I mean, level 1, level 2, level 3, as well as instructor courses.
And some specialties like monofin,
And
no
specialties,
fin.
no fins, monofin, and variable weight. We do not have these specialties in the offer yet, but we are going to have it soon. I think before vacation, or not later than during vacation this year.
Very nice. Variable weight in Deepspot can be pretty exciting, actually.
Yes, we do have a sled, and I mean, instructor has been diving many times with a sled, and it gives you a lot of fun, you know.
Testing, right? It's all about testing. Yeah, very nice. Super good. What about the challenge? We heard that Deepspot is making its own, let's say, competition. There's this thing called Deepspot Challenge.
That is right.
Yeah, what is it? Tell us a little bit about that, please.
You know, we have a depth limited to 45 meters, so we are looking for a discipline which could be challenging for professional freedivers who are diving much deeper than to 45. So we created a discipline which consists of diving to the bottom and then going back to the surface. But when you are close to the surface, you do not complete the dive, but you are continuing it in the form of static. Underwater, not like normal static on the surface, but underwater, close to the surface, not deeper than 2 meters from the surface. This is because of safety reasons. We do not freediver who is blacking out at 40 meters or 30 meters. Yeah. So you are continuing it close to the surface, and then you surface, and the winner is the one whose dive time is the longest.
Okay, so is there can you dive really slow, or
yes, you can, but there is some limitation. So you have to be back close to the surface in a 2 meters zone. We call it static zone. This is the zone when you perform this end part of the dive, and you have to be there not later than 3 minutes after official top. And this is, of course, because of safety reasons, as we do not want a freediver performing static at the bottom of the pool. Yeah. So you have to be not later than 3 minutes after official top. And actually, it's quite exciting, you know.
I can imagine, yeah. So then I would think it's like free immersion is allowed in that competition, isn't it?
Actually, everything is allowed.
Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes, just.
Almost everything is allowed. You can do it in free immersion, but you can do it in free immersion with fins on. Yeah. So whatever you want. The only limitation is that you cannot use wetsuit, as it is always in Deepspot, but also you cannot use any weights. So not only for variable weight, but we just do not allow to use any weights during this competition. And actually, we do suggest not to use any weights not only during competition, as you know, because of no wetsuit, because of fresh water. Almost everybody is sinking very, very early, too early. too early. So.
Exactly. That's a big challenge, and that's what made me fascinated when you said it has to take 3 minutes to come back to the static zone.
Yeah.
Because going down will take fast. So it's almost impossible to make it slow unless you are breaking yourself from the line or controlling your speed.
But usually competitors are going really slowly to the bottom by just free immersion and by stopping with hands their descent. And then they are coming back also very slowly. And the thing is, I said, but it is quite exciting, this 3 minutes limitation, as we've got underwater speakers. And 10 seconds before this 3 minutes point, there is underwater countdown. 10 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 3 minutes. And the thing is that some strong competitors who are really strong, they are diving very, very slowly. And when they hear 10 seconds and they are at 20 meters or even deeper, then they speed up, and not always they manage to get to the static zone on time, and then they are disqualified.
Oh, nice.
And it happens to some strong free divers.
I can imagine, and it adds a little bit of a spice on the dive, like hurry up from the speaker. It's like it's not like the kind of free diving or the competition you are used to. Someone
it's
shouting
a little
you
bit different,
under the water.
a little bit different.
I can imagine.
I was talking about actually so-called profi group. I mean, in profi group, you go to the very bottom of Deepspot. It means you go to 44 meters. The bottom plate is located at 44 meters, and you need to be back in 3 minutes in static zone. But we also have another group of competitors. We call them non-profi, and these guys are are going to 20 meters, and in that case there are 2 minutes to go back to the static zone. So not only professional free divers can take part in our competition, but also free divers who has started free diving quite not long ago.
Super nice. And everyone can join this competition, or are you asking for a certification, any medical? What are the rules to join?
Let me explain it. In case of profi group, you need to be certified to level 3 free diver in SSI or equivalent in another agency. If you are not certified, but you've been diving, you've been taking part in competition, CMAS competition or AIDA competition, and you dove in any discipline to 45 meters, then it's okay. You do not have to, you do not need to have certificate. And in case there is a person who are not certified and who has never been taking part in a competition, but is a strong free diver, they can still take part in our competition, but they have to perform dive to the bottom and with our instructor, and if the dive is completed with any signs of hypoxia and no signs of lung squeeze, then this person is allowed to take part in the competition. But the thing is that in that case, she or he has to come a little bit earlier to Deepspot and to perform this dive with our instructor. And of course, all competitors has to be healthy, so all of competitors have to take to deliver medical certificate signed by medical doctor.
Super fair. So it is a proper concept, very safe. How many safeties you have during the competition?
It is usually about 8, 9, and we have usually 2 ropes. So there are 2 safety divers at each rope, and there is one more with a scooter, just in case. And of course, we do have safety divers in warm-up zone for competitors who are preparing for their dives.
Very nice. In average, how many of them did you do, by the way, until now?
You mean
how many challenges has been done before?
Okay. How many challenges? The first one in the previous year in August. The second one was this year in February, and the next one is going to be next year in February, and I think that we will continue once a year in February.
Very nice. Are there any prizes to win, or?
Oh, quite nice prizes. Quite nice prizes. As,
now you are talking. Now.
So for the first prize, for the first place in Profi Group in men, we have 1,050 euros. Not 50, 1,500 euros.
Okay, nice.
And the same as in Profi Group in women. And the second prize is it's 1,000, I believe. And the third one is, I believe it's 500. But
nice, nice. Third one, it's a beer downstairs at the restaurant.
Yeah, and in case of non-profit group, we offer entry tickets for first place and for the second.
Nice, very nice, cool. So, I mean, I know many more people are becoming interested with Deepspot, and I know your audience is getting bigger and bigger. But what other countries have you started to see in the pool? Like from Europe mainly, I guess your visitors are, right?
Yeah. You know, in previous year it was almost only guys from Czech Republic, but now it is changing, and now we've got clients from Germany. We've got clients from Sweden, from Norway, from France. So, and not that many guys from Italy, from other countries, but I would say that the majority of them comes from Germany, from Scandinavia, and of course Czech.
Very nice.
They are, you know, more and more people are coming to Deepspot.
Of course, because it's very convenient. You take a flight to Warsaw. It is almost half an hour away from the airport. You have a nice hotel, a couple of hotels actually, just walking distance away from the pool.
Yeah, that is right.
So it becomes like the perfect weekend for any diver, free diver, who would like to have good time and have a different kind of experience.
Yeah, definitely. And we do have some, you know, guest rooms, very few of them, but now we are doing some construction in our facility, and we'll soon get 3 more rooms. Nice. For guest rooms for our customers, as well as 3 more classrooms. So as classrooms, it was, you know, sometimes it is a problem for us, as we've got 3 classrooms, as sometimes it is not enough, but in probably a month, maybe 2 months, we will got 3 more classrooms, so it would be more convenient for for instructors who are running their trainings and they need some theory or stretching or breathing classes during this period.
Yeah, by the way, the classrooms are extremely comfortable. Just to let you know, guys, it's really super comfortable, high tech, any kind of technological access you are looking for to have a nice teaching experience. So I highly recommend to get in contact with Deepspot to organize your next session if you're a professional for your customers. That is well worthy. What about instructors, or to be an instructor in Deepspot? Are you looking for some new instructors, or are you training your instructors? What is the thing? If someone would like to work in Deepspot, is it possible?
Sure. Yeah, it is possible. We need new instructors, as you know, in Poland, there is a lack of instructors. Now, when I started, recruiting instructors in 2012, I counted all instructors, freediving instructors in Poland, and there were something like, I don't remember exactly, but it was more than 10, but less than 15. So very, very few. And of course, not all of them live close to Mszczonów, to Deepspot. So some of them, it was not possible to get them to Deepspot. So yeah, it is a problem, but now we are solving it as in previous year, two of us, of our instructors, me and Emilia Biała, became instructor trainers with help of you.
You deserved it, yeah.
And it was really a great course. Anyhow, we have run first instructor course in March this year. So we've got 4 new instructors, and in the middle of May, we are going to run next instructor course. The next one will be in August. So we are creating new instructors, and some of them for sure will be working for Deepspot. But if among our listeners there are instructors interested in working in Deepspot, please send us your CV, and we'll be very happy to maybe to cooperate.
Very nice, super good. So I am almost at the end of my questions, but I mean, if you have, I mean, if our audience have some questions, we will be more than happy to answer them. But I would like to ask you this question: like, what is your dream? What would you like to achieve in Deepspot? Like, what are your expectations? One day you come to the spot, there are 200 freedivers, or what? So what?
Actually, we've got a little problem in Deepspot. Maybe it's not a problem, but it's a reality that there is not enough freedivers in Poland and coming from abroad to make more freediving only sessions. Yeah, so it is not like, for example, in Y40. In Y40, you've got separate diving sessions for scuba divers and for freedivers.
Yeah.
At the moment in Poland, in Deepspot, the reality is like that. But scuba divers, there is much more scuba divers than free divers. So we've got only free divers only sessions during the week. And if you are not during this session, you may be diving with scuba divers, and sometimes it is disturbing your dive. So my dream is to have enough free divers to to have at least 2 freediving sessions, only freediving sessions a day.
Yeah.
So that is what I'm dreaming of.
Good, good. Very modest though. You have to say at least 5, not 2. It's like at least 5 freediving only sessions a day. But I know that Deepspot has a sister company, FlySpot, as well, and it is pretty popular. You know, it's like this tunnel, wind tunnel, where people are practicing these jumping skills. Let's say, I have no doubt at the very beginning of that branch, there was not a lot of sky jumpers, like people who were interested in that. But to my knowledge, now it is very popular, right? That place.
And I'm sure that the same will happen with freediving. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
and that is what we are doing here. You know, as I said already, every week we are creating new freedivers.
Yeah.
So, but it's a process. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It is. We need time. We need more time. We need more freediving instructors, not only working in Deepspot, but also new freedivers, new freediving instructors in Poland who will be creating new freedivers, maybe not only in Deepspot, but also in some other, locations.
Of course.
But the thing is that we want to make freedivers more and more popular in Poland, and of course, to gain more and more freedivers from abroad.
Exactly. And as you just said, the success of a beautiful freediving family always relies on a strong professional network. When you have good instructors, they give this good DNA to the students, and they would like to become better freedivers. They become committed, they love their instructors, they fall in love with their training centers, and they feel the need. Let's say this is like the adventure of diving in different places, and this is how freediving communities grow up. They become, you know, like it's a snowball effect. It starts to roll, and every other roll it becomes bigger, bigger, and we have beautiful examples of this all around the world. Places like Dahab, Philippines, Bohol, you know, like these places were not always the freediving mecca of the world. So they also became super popular in time with the same process you have been living now.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. So Nitas, thank you so much for being here with us. Personally, it was a pleasure to listen the quick story of how Deepspot was working. This is it with my questions. If you would like to add something, we'll be more than happy to listen. If not, maybe next time we do one more.
Okay, Memo, thank you very much. It was really a pleasure for me to speak to you and to answer your questions, as always.
Thank you, Nitas. Hope to see you soon then.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for listening, guys. Hope to meet you in another Free Dive Friday.